you're trying to big up Shanks by using Kid, by trying to say Kid is actually strong and impressive, but he's not though. So the feat to me is the same as what Shanks did to Luffy. So that's how I see it.
There's no point of arguing because you're telling me Kid is weak and I'm telling you Kid is not weak.
Yeah.
So the reason why you're telling me Kid is strong. Hold on. You can't convince me that Kid is weak.
You're telling me that the reason why Kid is strong, you're trying to hype up Shanks' feet. You're trying to say Kid is strong so that you can hype up Shanks' feet, what Shanks has done. That's why you're saying he's strong.
So Worth, you just implied, that what he done wasn't impressive because he used ACOC, right? And that's supposed to do that to Kid.
No, I'm saying, that's exactly what I'm
saying. So is Yamato doing that?
Doing what? That to Kid?
Because she's an ACOC user. Is she doing that to...
Yeah, but we know... But the level of ACOC is not the same. But we're not talking about the levels of ACOC, though.
Of course we are.
That's what we're talking about.
That's the only thing we're talking about.
I'm not comparing Shanks' ACOC with Kaido's ACOC.
That's the only thing we're talking about.
We're comparing the opponents. No, we're talking about ACOC.
It's the effect of Shanks. It's the effect of Shanks.
We're saying Shanks... Not saying Fist, we're saying Shanks's ACOC is that much of a higher level that you're saying the feats are the same because ACOC was used in the same way.
No, wait, what makes
the ACOC
higher than Kaido?
The ACOC he's crying Big Mom didn't use isn't even as devastating as Shanks's ACOC.
Can you tell me
so he's
why
crying
Shanks's
that Big Mom didn't use it? Yeah. But
can you tell me why Shanks' ACOC is better than Kaido's ACOC? Can you tell me? Like, where has it been shown? Can you show me a panel that tells me that Shanks' ACOC is greater than Kaido's? Please.
It's been implied that Shanks is
haki
user.
It's been implied what?
It's been implied that Shanks' haki is the best.
Can you give me like a panel that implies that?
It's the fact that his whole crew don't have one devil fruit. They're the haki guys. Are they not?
Yes, so it's been implied. Okay, it's been implied that Kaido was the strongest pirate.
Yeah, overall.
Yeah.
Overall, but we're talking strictly haki. Your question was whose haki's better?
No,
it's implied that Shanks is the best with haki.
My question wasn't that. My question wasn't whose haki is better. I don't care about haki though.
Think about it, yeah. We should actually move on because deep it. You're saying that the feat is not impressive and that Kid is weak, yeah? And I'm coming from a standpoint where you can't tell me a 3 billion man is weak.
Yeah,
so we should actually move on.
See, you're using the
stop here.
Think about it. A character you are saying is weak, I don't think is weak. I said
his high
I
bounty.
said earlier, anything that is Frankie level and below to me is weak. But to you, anything that is Kid level and below is weak. So we have two completely different scales when it comes to power of what we consider weak. I consider Kid strong. You consider Kid weak. So we're going to just be going back and forth all day.
Nah, but
Johnny's weak.
Obviously,
Johnny's weak and he's a bum.
Kid is not weak.
He's weak and he's a bum.
Obviously, Kid is not weak. Obviously, we know Kid is not weak. But what I'm saying is, stop. You're using Kid having a 3 billion bounty as if it means
that's not all I said. That's not all I said. That's not all I said. You know one thing about Kid, yeah? Kid has Conqueror's haki, yeah?
Okay.
He has an awakened devil fruit, yeah? And the most important thing about Kid is his disposition. Kwame said earlier that Kid might come back and get with Shanks. That's not Kid, you know.
Kid
the difference with Kid is the difference with Kid, yeah, and Law and the rest of these man. The only reason why Kid relates to Luffy, yeah, is that he really is that boss. He's on that I will die before I submit type shit.
What's that got to do with
That's anything? The difference between it's the disposition of a king. He's a real conqueror. I give him respect for this.
What's that got to
I give him respect for this.
I
give him respect for this.
Law
is the same guy. You know the thing about Law, and I'm a big Law fan. Law said to Luffy, Law came to Luffy and asked for the alliance. Yeah, Luffy tried get Kid to join the alliance. Kid said no. He said no, nigga. He is really that boss. He just came up short, fucking with the strongest guy in the verse, and these man shitting on him.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but he was the boss of it. He knew that Luffy's alliance was different.
But
He's
see,
a real boss.
Prince, see the point I was making earlier.
He's a real boss, but his strength doesn't show it. I'm sorry.
It's Shanks. It's fucking
Prince,
Shanks.
His strength doesn't show it.
You know Shanks, yeah? You know episode 1 where Higuma came to kidnap Luffy? Shanks was a Yonko back then.
Wait, see.
Shanks wasn't a Yonko back then, by the way. That was 10 years ago.
Did
he had
you
a billion bounty. He wasn't a Yonko then.
But okay, yeah, you're actually right. But guess what? He was a Yonko from after that time skip. Yeah. And the thing about Shanks, yeah, Shanks is the same guy. Do you know, I was watching old clips yesterday. Imagine, right? The same Shanks. So I'm in full Shanks mode right now. Yeah. I didn't even know I was such a Shanks guy until this chapter. But I'm watching Whitebeard and Shanks talking, yeah. And Whitebeard, for the life of him, couldn't understand how which enemy this guy gave up his arm to. Because Whitebeard was paying pay-per-view prices to watch Shanks versus Mihawk.
Yeah, right.
Bro, I said this today.
Fam,
I
Shanks,
said that when Whitebeard
I had Shanks
about
number 1 just because of portrayal. But after I saw that divine departure, oh my days.
Come on, man.
That chapter gave me life. Fam, I was ready to go to work.
Prince.
It's more or less as
everyone stop there.
It's more or less the same strength as Kaido's
Everyone stop there. Everyone stop there.
That was dirtier than Thunder Bagua.
Everyone stop there. Can we all agree that I was the first one to call that Shanks is the strongest?
Wait. How's this guy trying to make this?
Can we all agree on that?
Yeah, go on. If
I'm just saying, can we agree, feet or not? Can we just be honest and just say that certain man were calling Agony to be Shanks?
Leave Kwame alone. I've got an unpopular opinion.
You guys,
I've got an unpopular opinion. Yeah, I've got an unpopular opinion. Shanks' divine departure was dirtier than Rogers. At me.
Oh,
why? Why do you think? Why do you think it was?
See the area of effect. Yeah. I think it's just me that's gassed.
That might be a flaw.
Myself.
That might be a flaw.
Do you know these guys are saying?
Sometimes
it's not a flaw.
Sometimes a big area of effect
is stronger than Rogers.
It might not be a flaw. It might not be a flaw. Yeah,
I'm with you, but I'm playing devil's advocate.
He's that good. Like
I'm with you, but I'm playing devil's advocate because sometimes with
Shanks is really
with certain high level.
Dragon
I'm with you.
Show me something.
I'm with you. You might see my picture from the first stream. You might know my picture. I'm with you, but I'm saying devil's advocate. Sometimes in high level fighting, sometimes a big area of effects can be seen as a lack of control. A smaller area of effect and more precision. No, I get it, but more precision can be seen as a higher level sometimes in some moves and some things. This though was I didn't see this as a big area of attack.
Same.
This I saw this as, listen, I blocked the exact attack I wanted to do. This was going to be a high level attack, which I really rated Kid for. This attack was going to be crazy, which is why in that I said keep it on that last panel. Ben Beckman's. That's not a big area of attack.
Yes, leave it right there. I want to ask Saint something. Yeah. Saint.
But what's it?
Who else in the verse?
This isn't a big area of attack.
What?
Did you see that shit? That shit was
crazy. All the Yonkos are blocking the number 1. Luffy's is blocking that. All the Yonkos are blocking it. I'm not sure about Admirals, but
what do you mean blocking
that? So Saint, look at your threshold.
Of course, I say with
the people you're saying. So wait. The people you're saying can block it are the very best. Kid is not Yonko.
Are you man deep?
So why are you hating on him?
Kid is weak.
Why are you hating on him?
Kid is weak. This guy's mad. He's angry. He's seen the future. Hold on, let me finish. He's seen the future of what Kid was about to do. So
I can't believe this guy saw this panel and was hating.
He's got to mobilize.
How can you see this panel and be hating?
Hold on, let me finish. You just said that his divine departure is stronger than Roger. Let me just tell you why.
Did I say it was stronger? Man, I said it was dirtier. Is that not the quote?
So, but
dirtier.
Okay, so it's not. You're saying it's not. Sorry. Oh my bad. I assumed that when you said dirtier, it meant
are you man not? Are you man?
It was cooler. It was cooler, is what I'm saying. I'm not about to tell you that this guy's stronger than Roger.
Agreed.
I'm saying it was dirtier. It was cooler. It was better.
Agreed with you because he believed that you said
it was cooler. Was it not? Man jumped out the sky.
It was definitely cooler. It was definitely cooler.
Hey, what I've moved, man.
I must have misunderstood you. Sorry, because I was gonna vent.
Did you man see? Yeah, when Shanks was on the ship. And before Dory and Broggy done their thing, and then Shanks just disappeared.
I'm a super speed. Calm down. Like you look, listen. Yeah,
are you man not deep in what happened?
Prove to me. Listen, I'm a reasonable guy. None of you have yet to make me change my mind about what I just said.
What's that?
Listen,
my mind can easily be changed. I'm reasonable. If you could,
so think about this. So going forward, yeah, everyone. Because for me, the only people that I would say are hands down stronger than a Kid are Admiral and Yonko and above, right? So everyone
and Mihawk.
So everyone who is, but I always considered Mihawk minimum Admiral level, so he's in there.
Yeah.
So with this, according to Worth, right? Anyone who's weaker than the Admiral is weak. So I'm leaving Worth to his own devices. I'm not about to argue with dude that's saying anyone that's weaker than the Admiral is weak.
I'm just saying. I'm not obviously, when I say Kid is weak, obviously, like I'm not saying he's weak, but I'm just saying compared
he's a bum.
Now he's a bum. Like I just think he's a bum. Yeah, that's it.
Why?
Nah. What?
So therefore,
you know what's a bum? Wait, let me tell you what's a bum.
Therefore, it doesn't make
Captain
Shanks'
Foxy
feet any more impressive.
That's a bum.
Therefore, it doesn't make Shanks' feet any more impressive than you lot are giving him credit for. Because Kid is actually
I was impressed. I was
impressed
because
I was
definitely impressed.
My opinion, I wasn't impressed. I was happy to see this.
Let me break it down. Hey, King, before you go, let me quickly just ask Saint this, yeah. What character in and around that generation would you be impressed with Shanks one-shotting?
What, the new generation?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. None other than Luffy. But the thing is, he can't one-shot.
Here we so exactly, guys. So what can he do?
That's what I don't know.
There's no way to satisfy Saint. There's no way to satisfy.
Because Kid is actually a bum. That's the way.
Like, okay, wait. Wait.
So
we're getting off track. We're getting off track. We're getting off track.
Level to you is a bum.
It's not as impressive as you are giving it time.
Wait. Man, is this not chapter of the year? Is this not chapter of the year?
I agree.
Call it that if you want. Definitely chapter
of the year. Days.
Probably the best chapter in all of
this guy hates Oda.
Probably the best chapter in
all
of Wano.
One thing I'll say is Saint, you rattled me. You defo rattled me. You done what? You rattled, man.
Yeah, fam. Because Kid is
wait. I wanna break it down quick. Wait. I wanna break it down quick.
It's not as impressive as you think it is.
Wait. I want to break it down.
So who would you be impressed with him?
Oh my days!
Nobody above Kid. There's nobody above Kid that he would one shot.
How you man feel?
There's nobody above Kid that he would one shot.
Hey, Worth bounce.
Oh my God! Listen, fam. I'm trying to put facts. I don't care. I don't care who you man like and how you man feel, man.
Man said it was dirty, and I thought he meant.
Oh my God! Man just took it
dirty. Hey, Johnny, go back to the panel, please.
It was definitely dirty.
I might as well go pick up the baby, fam. He's gonna just chat.
Wait. Bun him.
I'm onto you, John.
Hey, wait. My man was about to go with his point. Bun him. Did you see my guy Yasop?
What did Yasop?
Did you man see my guy Yasop? Did you see my guy Lucky Roo? The confidence. This
didn't even do anything. Here, what the hell?
This crew right here, this is the crew, guys. Like, hey,
Fam, you
Crew's
man are just
about to
chatting
get smoked by the
man.
Blackbeard. Sit back
I'm
down,
trying
man.
to.
Over my dead body.
Oh my days.
You're about to get smoked by the
So
Blackbeard.
you man just chatting.
By who?
Just
Go on,
chatting
King.
nonsense.
Go on, King. Go on, King.
I'm trying to get down facts from you. Man are telling me about how you feel. No one cares about how you feel about the characters, man. You man are just saying, "Oh, this person's
say
a
your
bum with no
point, fam.
facts."
Man's longing it out himself after hating.
I'm trying to ask a question, fam. I'm trying to ask the same question for 20 minutes. Saying, why is Kid a bum? What credible thing have you said that to seen that Kid is a bum? He got wiped out by the strongest character in the show. Okay, so what makes him a bum? What makes him a bum? Prince has been arguing like in the worst way possible. You're just saying bare random stuff.
Look at this hater.
You could have said that simple question.
Wait,
what makes him a bum?
John, did I not ask that question? Me and King's on the same side. He's still hating on man. This is the effect of Sanji. But the thing about Sanji,
when you went
here,
carry on,
I'm leaving. I'm gonna let you man have the floor. Just know before the show ends, Team Sanji are getting Conqueror's Haki, but you man carry on.
Everyone's been saying that, man, but he got it late, man. No one
When
cares if
you
you get
man,
lost. No one cares if you get lost,
when Team Sanji gets Conqueror's Haki,
it's cool, man.
You know what it's gonna
no
be?
One cares if you
it's
get
gonna
lost,
be
man.
home visits. It's gonna be home visits. I'm looking for you man in person.
Lost, man.
Sanji having Conqueror's Haki was like secondary school theories that we all had, fam.
No one cares if you're the last one to get.
Who's we all? You man ain't feeling Kurashi.
We all know all three of them are getting it, man. It's story, man. We know all three of them are getting it.
Okay,
no one cares if you get lost, man.
That. John, this is recording. Let's perfect.
Yeah, we know they're getting it.
Haki and Shanks about to get eaten alive by Blackbeard.
Prince, I was the first one to say that in the end fight, I think Sanji's getting Kizaru. I think they're gonna do a dancing feet thing. I think they're gonna do a crazy dancing feet thing. So I think Kizaru coming to the island now. We're gonna get a preliminary.
I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, let me not even switch this thing to Sanji. Actually, let's have Saint answer that question. Why is Kid a bum?
I'm trying to get on to because
I hear that.
Prince,
let him elaborate.
Prince,
let him elaborate.
When you went here, I was backing Kid. I think it's smart.
I respect it.
Do you know what else are you gonna do?
Do you know I respect it? I'm always here for a crew that have their captain. Love and respect for each other.
Love, yep.
And
100.
The way how the Kid Pirates reacted, to seeing their boss KO'd.
They saved their captain. That's what
these men said, please don't kill our boss. Here are the rockets.
What?
But you know where they went wrong?
You lot can respect them.
Bro, they folded it for them.
No. When it comes to me, I'm tapped in the sense where when I saw the way how Doflamingo rescued Jorah off the Straw Hat ship, I said, I fuck with this crew. I fuck with this. I fuck.
That's nonsense, by the way.
I didn't say that.
Did you see when he took the sword out the sheath and man then passed out?
I didn't say that.
This guy's salivating over.
Just wait,
salivating over nonsense, man.
I didn't. That's what I'm saying. Let me correct that. Just wait. Let me correct that.
Have a lot of control.
Just wait, nigga. Listen, family. This man is complaining. They go listening. I'm saying I didn't say his attack didn't have any control. Prince said that his attack had a bigger area of effect, that it affected a bigger area. I was just saying in high level fighting,
did my man say it didn't?
Well, no, I was saying generally in high level fighting, when there's a bigger area affected, it doesn't always mean that it's a better move. Sometimes it means that the move could lack some control. Because he was saying that it was a bigger area effect than Roger's one. So I was saying that Roger's one could be more high level because the smaller area effect might mean more. It's more precise. I wasn't saying Shanks wasn't precise because it was precise as hell to just wax two of them and leave the rest.
I don't know who said it earlier, but someone spoke about the intent of the divine departure, and I think that's a good point.
That's what I was trying to say. I was trying to say that
before we came on here. I think it was you. Before we came on here, I actually what because listen, I'm in super Shanks mode right now. I'm watching Shanks, 1998
Come on,
episode
man,
subbed.
bro.
Yeah,
I've
where
been
it's
telling you for
360p.
years.
But let me carry on, When it came to the intent of the divine departure, I actually watched Roger versus Odin, and this is not Roger versus Rox. Maybe his divine departure against Rox was just crazy, but his divine departure against Odin, it wasn't as
tame.
vicious.
It was tame.
It was
tame.
And if you man go on
was
YouTube right now and compare divine departures, Roger in the anime and Shanks in that chapter, you will see that Akagami. Oh my! Did you man see how he just done the Sanji?
You're talking about
flying through
what are
the
you trying to say? You're talking about intent. Clearly, the intent there with Odin, he was trying to test him, and
it was less. Yeah, 100%.
So,
that's what I said.
People need
Whoever
to
said that was a good point.
that when you said dirtiest, you didn't mean that it was stronger than Roger.
Bro, it's already clarified, man. What you on about?
Did I just not say? Did I just not say the person that said the intent was different?
John didn't say it was stronger either.
No, he agreed with Thingy because he thought Mr. Prince meant that it was stronger.
No, man, he knew he knew he meant dirtier.
Okay.
I lie.
All right.
You man didn't see
I'm happy
that divine departure. I can't believe man seen the chapter of the year. It was a tester. Yes, that's the panel I was talking
Kid
about.
Is a bum.
Where Shanks just dashed out the ship.
Because Kid is a bum, because, all right, he's the only character in the rooftop. Even the scabbards.
Oh my
Even the scabbards could draw blood from Kaido. Kid couldn't. Even Kid's partner.
So that's what makes him a bum.
From Kaido. Kid himself.
He doesn't respect,
bro. Bring a serious point, man.
You want me to explain why Kid is a bum, and I'm telling you why he's a bum.
You're not saying serious points, man.
Let him go. That's what I actually want to know.
But say things that make sense, man. Man, say because he didn't draw blood from Kaido.
I'm not saying things that don't make sense.
Think about it. Let him go. No, carry on.
He said because he didn't draw blood from Kaido.
It's in the panels. This guy could not damage Kaido. That's just
how does that make him a bum? That doesn't make sense.
He's a bum because he's meant to be a captain. He's meant to be Luffy's rival. But anyway, he goes on to fight Big Mom.
He's mad.
His own rival can take on a Yonko by himself, but this guy, he needs another person to help him.
Number three, man. I'm done, man. It's cool.
Big Mom had to be nerfed in order for them to win.
It's not a person worth hating because Kid don't even have a family. I don't get why you hate Kid like this. He doesn't have a family.
Number three,
that is cool, man.
Big Mom had to be nerfed in order for him and Lo to win. I end my case.
Wait, man.
Guess what?
Only Kid gets flack for that. Only Kid gets flack for that.
Not to
me. I would never tell you Kid is beating Charlotte in a 1-on-1, and I will never tell you Law is beating Charlotte in a 1-on-1. That's why it took both of them.
Yeah, because they're bums.
That's dead, man.
Oh my days! Now Law's a bum.
Fam,
I respect Law.
It don't make no sense.
Wow.
This is actually triggering.
You know what it is? Power scaling, when it comes to power scaling,
actual reason why I think is a bum.
When it comes to power scaling, so many people are on such different, on such different terms. Where, to me, I said it, I'll say it again. To me, anyone Frankie, and to us, I'm not even gonna say Frankie. I will say anyone weaker than Frankie is what I consider a bum. That's what I consider.
For me, anyone weaker than Sanji's a bum.
Anyone below Jack. For me, anyone below a third commander.
I'm not even hating. That's for me. I'm not even a bum like that. Just not considered strong. I think Sanji would be on the cusp of that.
Power scaling is all over the place because where you're saying
I don't understand this conversation.
How is
the moderator allowing this? Like, this makes no sense.
No, I leave it. You can't even hate on the moderator. You can't hate on the moderator. One thing I do know is this whole chat was cordial and normal before I jumped in.
Prince and
Sugar. Prince. Actually, I might change it to
deep it. Somebody, a character that is top 3 in the show, is not supposed to receive damage. Multiple characters in this arc have dealt damage to this character. Another character who is stronger, clearly, than multiple characters that have dealt damage to this character. This character is clearly stronger than multitude of them, and only not stronger than 3: Zoro, Law, and Luffy. Those are the debatable ones.
Who are we talking about?
Kid, debate it how you want. But the fourth strongest character, clearly, that we can all four agree on, my man's saying he's a bum because he is yet to on screen or on page.
Do you know
deal
what worries
damage.
me with
Who
Saint?
cares about that? Well, how does that make any sense?
You know, with Saint, Saint doesn't actually hate Kid because of his application.
He's trying to downplay Shanks.
That. He's trying to downplay Shanks. He's weak. And that's what worries me.
No. He's scared.
He's weak. I'm just shocked.
Prince.
Shanks is giving him credit.
Prince. Hear how he's structuring what he's saying. He's trying to downplay Kid.
He's trying
to downplay Kid or call Kid a bum, just so that anything we say in regards to anything positive that Shanks has done in regards to Kid is not seen as any impressive feat.
But I've been downplaying. I hear what you're saying.
Tremendously impressive.
I hear what you're saying. You're partly right. But I've been downplaying Kid since though, so I don't have any.
But CC,
I've been downplaying Kids regardless.
I'm saying.
Do you think Zoro's blocking that?
But I don't have an agenda.
Do you think Zoro's blocking that? Do you think
Zoro's blocking that? He's blocking that.
You might think Zoro's blocking that.
If he temporarily blocks Kaido and Big Mom's attack, then he can block these two's attack.
He's blocking that.
So that's why you feel like that is nothing to be happy about.
No, I'm saying it is. I'm agreeing.
Because the thing with Zoro, the thing with Zoro is so you know Kid, right? Kid
not rating Kid for this doesn't make any sense to me.
No, but you know the thing is, the reason why I wanted to ask here, do you think Zoro is blocking that? Because I've done my homework. Obviously, I know Zoro blocked an attack from 2 Yonkos, right?
Joint.
So I'm trying to gauge where man is at, because I feel like Zoro is special and is supposed to be special, right? So he could block that, right? But I don't Zoro. But I don't feel like Kid should take bad up and should take
Zoro expected
for getting one shot.
No,
you know one thing about Zoro as well, by the way. So another thing is, you know, I was watching King of Lightning stream today, and King of Lightning was sweating like he was fighting Shanks, and he said that shit. This guy was sweating like he was fighting Shanks, and obviously he's Mr. Agenda, right? Obviously he's gassed that Kid lost, he hates Kid, and he loves Shanks. Cool, but if you look at the story, certain men are supposed to be special and certain men are not. Kid is not supposed to be special.
No, Mr. Prince, stop there.
Meant to be that guy. What? Why?
No, Mr. Prince, stop there.
I accepted a long time ago, that the dynamic with Kid and Luffy.
No, wait, Prince, stop there. Wait.
They're not really right.
You just said Kid was special a couple minutes.
No, Prince. See, earlier,
I said Zoro's guy to block the attacks of 2 Yonkos because Zoro is special.
You said Kid. You were saying
I
Kid
did not
had
say, when,
things hacky.
When did I say
you
Kid
were saying
special? I said Kid is not the one. He's not the chosen one.
No, you didn't.
I was. Wait, I'll say it again. I'll say it because
I'd never say Kid was special.
Prince,
he's just
Prince wasn't here. No, see, Prince wasn't here. Prince, I was making the case that because obviously when you weren't here, I was backing Kid against these two, innit? So I was making the case, that on the slide, Oda favors Kid. So I was seeing this chapter as kind of a positive in the eyes of Kid. If you're looking at it as a Kid fan, I saw it as a positive for Kid because I looked at it at the angle of when we went into Wano, we saw Luffy's multiple fights. We've seen Luffy get 3 chances at being KO'd, being wiped out, or having to train, having to do something to overcome a certain level or a certain elevation in his power scaling. So with Luffy being the main character, he gets that accelerated progress inside one arc. What we've seen with Kid, we've seen that obviously we can see that Kid has a good fruit. Oda's just trashed his whole fighting style and his whole fruit usage.
I disagree.
But no. But I'm saying to the masses we can say that. But I'm saying I see Oda still favoring Kid in the sense of what we've seen as in terms of Kid, the first one going to a Yonko's island, not seeing the Yonko but getting a poneglyph, going to try and get to Shanks, not getting him, losing an arm or whatever, coming back and then having another chance to go again. I see Kid is getting the same chances that Luffy's getting in terms of being a semi-main character, the same progression, but because he's not the main character, it's dragged out over more arcs.
You're just saying that Oda's preparing Kid for a power-up soon enough.
Yes, exactly. So the same way that inside Wano, Luffy got one-shotted twice and deaded off, whatever, wasted. The same way that Kid just got now, Kid is gonna come back and he's gonna have his time to say, okay, now I have advanced conquerors, I can par with these men on this level again. The same way Luffy will have those 3 chances inside one arc within like 30 chapters.
Exactly.
For Kid, it will be spread out over 100 chapters.
Dude is too harsh on Kid, yeah. And the thing about Kid, yeah, at the end of the day, the real crux with Kid is the fact that the real pirate that he's based off, William Kidd, yeah, was a guy
he's unlucky
hype that never amounted to nothing. That's the real Captain Kidd.
But that's not going to happen. That's not
so he was unlucky.
At the end of the day, that's not the route that I don't think Oda is going.
Still hating. He's still hating.
No, I'm not hating.
Man's licking off the whole stream. I'm not done cooking. I heard niggas hating on them, and I was so upset with that.
What do you think? What do you think they did? Do you think they just sent Haki or what?
What did they hit? It is joint attacks in One Piece are a new thing, yeah. And joint
That's what I'm saying. What did they lick with that sovereignty thing?
They eradicated.
It was, and you know, it was just the physical strength. It was just the physical strength.
It's the physical strength still, and I seen where Big Mom got that attack from now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She's from All Black, so it makes sense.
That's a crazy.
You know what's another trope that Oda's been using? I've noticed, obviously through Divine Departure, through what Dory and Broggy are using.
The loose
collections. A lot of people from that generation, if you have a loose collection to an island,
you'll
use an attack you saw as a kid.
That is trained.
The thing about Zoro, Zoro is he could block it. He could block it. You know the thing about Zoro,
from when you block that Kaido and Big Mom thing, you can block a lot.
Yeah, facts.
From when you block that thing, you block a lot. It's Enma.
You know, Big Mom. So think about it. I consider Kaido stronger than Big Mom, right? But Big Mom herself could block that attack.
Yes, I agree.
Put Big Mom and Kaido's attack together, Zoro block that shit.
Yeah,
Zoro's blocking anything they can do. But the way I see Zoro, he better be able to block that shit because you are the combatant for the greatest crew of all time.
We all know Zoro was in Kid's place. We know Zoro is blocking Shanks.
Not even
Shanks is divine.
Zoro's not beating Shanks.
No, I'm saying he's blocking that divine departure.
But then what happens after?
No, he's not. He's not.
No, he's blocking that divine departure.
Completely.
I think
maybe not completely. He'll push him back.
Okay, then.
He'll push him back. At least he's doing better than Kid. At least he'll be doing better than Kid.
Hey, what? Sogo, you're looking off the whole stream.
Kid the bum.
Oh, okay. I thought you was locking off the whole entire discussion.
Hey, you man. Unpopular opinion, yeah. Because Kid has stood around, for me, Conqueror's Haki, it knocks you out because of the immense Haki pressure you're under. So the same way when Shanks walked onto Whitebeard's ship, Prince, if we saw that video recently, when Shanks walked onto Whitebeard's ship and the ship started cracking and people started dropping.
I watched that shit yesterday.
It's because people were under. So do you see that the little animations in the air? It was so much heavy pressure from the Conqueror's Haki that people just couldn't stand it. So you literally just can't stand around him. So I see when the
Those
moves
are what
get
you call
dealt,
bombs.
when the moves get hit, when the slashes get hit, or like someone the punches get thrown or whatever with the Conqueror's haki, you're being put under that pressure. So I see this his divine departure. He blocked. I see as a. I didn't think. I think you man didn't even clock it. I don't see that divine departure as his attack. I saw that as more as a block. I saw that as a block. Like, yo,
that
this is
divine
about to be
departure,
deep. I'm gonna
his
just
opening
end this
attack.
quickly. That's what I'm saying. I
That's
saw
his
that as just a
opening attack.
listen. I'm gonna just silence this quickly. This is not me trying to scrap you. This is me just trying to say, listen, put that gun away, fam. So and that knocked him and Killer out. So I see that as just the immense pressure is under. So when Zoro's thing,
pressure though, it's the
that Shanks thing.
That's what I'm saying. So no, see, just real quick. So I'm saying that joint attack from Big Mom and Kaido, Zoro blocking that compared to Shanks's divine departure. I think if Shanks bosses a proper thing, Zoro is knocking out. He's not blocking.
That's nonsense because Zoro himself.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I think Zoro can kind of block it.
If what you're saying is true,
you think Zoro will be flying in the air like my man?
No, I think Zoro's knocking out.
Nah.
King, if what you're saying is true, if what you're saying is true, that is pressure. That ACOC
this is the strongest haki in the show, guys.
It is. But
this is the strongest haki in the show.
Zoro,
if you're saying that it's pressure, then Zoro has ACOC. He can sort of hack the pressure himself, so he's not getting knocked out because he can hack the pressure by counterattacking with his own ACOC. So he's not getting knocked out.
That's what I'm saying. But if it's a thing of Shanks is actually trying to put man out,
he'll put him out. I
think he'll put him out, man. I think he'll put him out.
One attack.
Well, eventually, but
I think the same thing. What do you mean? Do you think Kid wasn't ready? What are we talking about?
Zoro is the problem still.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Is it? Are we saying? Is it just really quick? Are we fully confirmed that Kid doesn't have ACOC?
Not at the moment.
Do you think Worth will allow? Do you think Saint will allow him to have it?
No.
He will allow him to have
I'm
it.
saying no. I'm saying
never allow. Fam, if Oda tries to say to the editors, "Yeah, I'm about to give Kid," nah, Saint will stop that thing. He'll fly to Japan.
Are we sure?
Right, and he'll stop the whole thing. Kid don't have it. Kid don't
deserve it, fam.
I don't know, high level fight.
As long as you get,
I don't see why he shouldn't have it.
He shouldn't even have King's Haki.
He don't have. I think that's what. You know what's mad? Yeah, I don't think Kid is coming back.
No, he is.
Nah, he's definitely coming back.
In what capacity?
I think he's either joining Shanks or.
But okay. Wait. Just to quickly say something off what Saint said. If you're talking Final War, yeah. If Kid's coming back Final War, that could be 5 years.
Yeah, so that's good.
so in real life, he's coming back.
That's good.
He's coming back. 5 years to us.
He's coming back.
That means he ain't coming back.
No, in fact,
if he comes back 5 years,
every man will be in their 30s.
No, but he's coming back soon, though. He's coming back.
He has to come back this year.
He's definitely coming back.
When I seen the word eradicated, I thought to myself, it's the end of the crew. And when Dorian Broggy done what they've done, it's the end of the crew.
All the things I'm in India.
Someone said earlier that Eustass would never see Shanks' face again in his life. I believe that. He ain't linking him again.
All the things I'm an idiot. Look at what
he's taking it personal between him and Oda.
On this day in the New World by Elba. The kid led by Eustass, Captain Kid.
Oh my days.
A man worth 3 billion. As if I care about Kid's bounty. Like as if Kid's bounty is.
But you know why he's a fraud? Because he was gassed for Crocodile's bounty.
Hey guys, stop. Hey, stop. Hey, Haoshoku Haki, Kid has it.
Yeah,
according to Kaido.
Yeah. He has King's Haki, but does he have ACOC?
He doesn't yet.
He don't have it.
Yeah, we know.
But you know what I love about ACOC? I'm so happy Oda gave us Yamato. I'm so happy Oda gave us Yamato. Yeah. So when it comes to ACOC, there's such big.
At the end, it says he hasn't. We haven't seen his level of mastery yet.
Who? Kid.
Yeah, it says he definitely has
ACOC.
He has it. He has.
To be honest, with Kid, yeah.
ACOC is Conqueror's Haki.
My respect level for Kid Is that applicate facts?
That's what I'm saying.
But you know the thing about kids,
it's concrete, it's hacky.
Do you know why I respect kids so much? It's not his time, and it's not his era. And look where he is. Yeah. If Kid was to play the long game, like Doflamingo or someone like that, would Kid not be an absolute beast in 20 years? You know, Kid's still in his 20s or early 30s. And look where he is.
Come on,
the way Kid went wrong, yeah.
You know where Kid went wrong? And he's awakened.
He's awakened already.
He's awakened
where
already.
Kid went wrong, yeah, is the fact that he really thinks he's Luffy. You know, yeah, I was saying to my brother, yeah, when you know the Old Friends chapter, yeah, where this whole beef was even established, I was saying, yeah, why are the Kid Pirates not advising their captain that they love so much to run? This guy should cut. You have no business fucking with Shanks. You have no business fucking with Shanks. And he still stood there in the pocket ready to go. I respect Kid.
Honestly,
you know me, just like the rest of you, man. I used to be a Kid hater.
I want to talk about the gun.
But
I got no respect for Kid, fam.
I have a lot of respect for Kid.
He's all talk.
I respect
the
guy.
He's arrogant. And he ain't got the strength to back it up. That's my problem with Luffy has the strength to back it up. Kid doesn't.
Me and Sogo are the only ones that watch the anime, yeah. And in the past anime episode, yeah, you see the whole concept of Hawkins being too scared to go with his gut and staying with the status quo and picking Team Kaido because it's Team Kaido. And then you have Killer telling him, look, you Basil Hawkins, you decided to join Kaido because you thought by now we'll all be dead, but guess what? We're still alive. And they rose up with Luffy and ended up defeating Kaido. Kid is always on that type of time. Kid really, really thought he could fuck with Shanks. I respect it.
Main character. Main character.
That's what I'm saying, though.
You know, Kid moves like he's Luffy.
Main character.
I respect it. And you know, for that same concept, yeah, there's only one guy I put above Kid when it comes to the concept of not being the chosen one, but still moving like you are. And the only guy I rate above Kid when it comes to that is Roger. Because Roger found the One Piece when it wasn't fated and destined for him to find. And he still found that shit. Kid is the closest shit.
Destined for him to find the One Piece. That's why he found it.
Roger?
No,
yeah.
Luffy's the chosen one. It's for Luffy to find. And Roger still found it.
Roger is a forerunner. He found the One Piece, but he didn't actually...
Roger didn't have to find that shit. He didn't have
Roger
to
wasn't
find
meant.
Roger found that shit because he was a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, he found it because he was a real pirate.
Roger is a forerunner. He found the One Piece. Luffy's going to end it by actually taking the One Piece and going to war with it.
He said it himself. He's too early. He wasn't meant to find it.
Roger,
he wasn't meant to be there.
No, he's too early to do anything about.
Let me tell you who's actually. And to be honest, I have to admit Luffy. Because because the thing is with Luffy. Actually, no. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna put Luffy back in there. When we're talking about bad motherfuckers, I'm talking Rocks. Yeah,
Roger,
man,
stop
Luffy.
You don't
when
know,
I talk to me, the baddest guys in the whole series of all time is Roger.
Is Roger
Luffy?
Shanks.
Yeah, Kid and Rocks.
Why are you putting Kid's name? Why you disrespecting
Kid
the legend?
Really thought he was that guy.
Nah, Kid shouldn't be there.
Really thought he was that guy.
So you're contradicting yourself.
How am I contradicting myself? Kid didn't run from Shanks.
How are you not running from Shanks? You're saying Kid thought is that guy.
Can't like Blackbeard ran from Shanks.
He was that guy, but his actions. But you're saying he thought he wasn't that guy, which means he isn't. But then yet you're putting.
No, I said I thought he was that guy.
Yeah, but you're saying that he isn't.
He isn't because I know Luffy isn't.
By implication,
it's cartoon, fam. We know Luffy's gonna get the One Piece.
But yet you're putting him in the same league as Rocks and Roger and.
Do you know why? Because he has that.
He's saying in terms of guts.
He has that heart.
Guts.
If you was a boxing fan, you would understand the concept of heart.
He's saying he has the guts.
He's a bad.
He has the guts for the glory.
You know, Kwamz. Hey, spit.
I also follow boxing. I understand the concept of heart. I know he has it, but he just doesn't back it up.
Immense. Yeah, but see, you know me. You know why I look at it different. No. I hear Saint's point. He don't back it up with his strength. Yeah,
he's a brash, arrogant.
He is slowly.
But guess what, Saint? Yeah, this is not the be all end all. Look at the generation before them, right? We see Shanks, who is doing real dirt in his 40s. We see Doflamingo, right, doing real dirt in his 40s. We see Crocodile in
I know
what's the faction he's in. So a lot of these guys, become the best versions of themselves later on in life. You can't tell me.
I wouldn't use
Kid in 20 years
because this is an
anime Kid in 20 years is stronger than Dofi.
Are meant to be
stronger than all these man because he's stronger than them now.
The progression doesn't make sense. I wouldn't use age only because it wouldn't make sense, because the protagonist and the new generation, they're growing in a way that you can't explain it in story. It's like Oda has to do it because the main characters, they have to be young so that they can relate to the characters. So
I don't think it's
really
that.
Use age
I think it's only that for the Straw Hats. I think it's only that for the Straw Hats.
It makes the whole story inconsistent. How can
only for the Straw Hats? I would say and be you're right. You're right. You know what I mean? For the Straw Hats, when it comes to the other crews, no,
it's the same. The same applies for the current timeline. This is the same for every manga and anime. The younger, the main protagonists, they always reach levels quicker than the.
So you don't think Kid would have been better served playing the long game?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. In fact, all
of them. He would have.
I would have preferred.
The kid that you're calling a bum, give Kid 10 years, 15 years.
But that's the thing, though. He's gonna become like that in 1 year. In 1 year, Kid will be an admiral level character. In a few months, in story, in a few months.
You think he's coming back? You're talking like you think he's coming back.
Yeah, of course he's coming back.
He's meant to
I'm not gonna lie. This is a hot take. I don't think he's coming back.
No, that's how I know
you're coming back.
You're too gassed to see sense. You're too gassed to see sense.
Remember you said that.
Now, for real, you're actually too gassed right now to see sense.
I am gassed. When I saw that divine departure.
Final thoughts on the chapter, because this thing is about to lock off in 7 minutes. Guys, final thoughts on the chat.
It's not final, fam. Are we doing the next thing?
I was saying, what's it? Not gonna lie, I thought we'll spend more time on Kids.
You lot can continue, obviously.
That attack.
I ain't working tomorrow. I'm about.
I'm working, but I'm about. But I don't mind.
Nah, so what, John? What you could do?
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's calm. That's calm. As long as I can still shout it, man, I'm good.
Yeah.
But what's it? I thought we'll spend more time on Kid's actual attack. That attack was going to be serious.
Against shit.
That attack was going to be.
You know what? I would actually consider the reason why I consider myself a semi-fraud. Is because this week that the chapter. No. But this is
talk about it.
This is for a different reason. In this week,
talk about it.
In this week that I was waiting for a chapter. Go on.
And we done, guys, and we out.
Listen,
say nothing.
Before you lock it off. The next Sanji summit. Let fucking King of Lightning, let Randy Troy, let that okay, I don't debate the thing out. I only know her government. But just know, JD Legend, all them, man, I'm come to the next Sanji summit. The real Sanji fans, obviously.
Wait, how? You're gonna
you man don't know about that shit.
You man have that.
Hey, just know, out of all the big YouTubers, they've been
Shanks Nation
called the Sanji Summit, where all the real Sanji fans pull up, and then we just shit on all the rest of these characters.
I don't care about Sanji.
All these man just wear black suits.
You know what? Before we even leave this thing, let me tell you why Saint is a fraud. Because I remember,
No, you were gonna say how you were a fraud. You were gonna say how you were a fraud.
Back in the day, it was me and Saint that used to back Sanji, and then he left Sanji.
Yeah, I've had enough. I've had enough of his bullshit.
Thank you.
I've had enough of Sanji's bullshit.
Come to the dark.